So here we have this week's sneaker news, and there's quite a lot to get through, and a lot of the stuff is coming up soon, and there is quite a few to be confirmed as well. So the first one up is the Anthony Edwards 1 Lucid line, and it was one of those colorways that I probably wouldn't gravitate towards, but I do obviously like the AU1 low silhouette. And for me, it's a colorway that's probably good for the basketball court, but it's not something that I would wear casually, for instance. And then also releasing is the Anta Kyrie 1 Speed twin flame. I do like what Anta and Kyrie Irving are doing, and this sneaker I'm not mad at. And obviously, it's more of a basketball sneaker rather than sort of lifestyle wear, but it does look really cool. And then you got the Hello Kitty Adidas Adistar cushion. So I like the actual model itself, just obviously this being a Hello Kitty collab, it's not really something for me. But for the, I suppose, younger crowd, it's probably one to grab. And same for this Adidas Gazelle indoor as well. So this is another Hello Kitty collab. And again, not mad at it, but not something that I'd be grabbing. And then we also have the Adidas Harden Volume 8 Purple Burst. And this one, to me, is one of those trainers that I really like the silhouette, but just not a fan of this colorway. I don't know, there's something about the blocking, it's just not quite right. And then we also have the Anthony Edwards 1 Pre-Loved Purple. And this colorway is not something that I would personally wear, but again, one for the basketball court. And I do like this particular colorway, which is kind of more muted, I suppose. And it's the Miami Nights version of the Harden Volume 8. And the reason I say it's more muted is because it's got more black on there, and it does sort of reflect the Miami colours, which I personally like. And then one which I'm not a fan of in terms of its colourway is the Nike Air Max 180 Baltic Blue. Reason being, I'm just not a fan of the colour scheming overall. Just doesn't look right to me. But I do like the fact that they've used a different colour blocking. It has to be sort of the right colourway for me to kind of like it, and this one's not doing it for me. And then PSG are also releasing which I think is the post slide. I did have a pair of these quite a while ago. They're okay, they're a bit firm on foot, nothing like the Easy Slide, but if you're a Jordan head, then you probably gravitate towards these anyway. And then also we have the Nike Air Force 1 Low Halloween Skull. I'm probably one of the few people just not really a fan of these at all. I just think they're a bit ugly, really. Just not for me, but obviously more for the Halloween type. And then also we have on the November 2024 is the Doublet Asics Gel Kayano 20. And the silhouette itself I'm not mad at. I think it looks quite nice, and there's some nice sort of detailing on there, and they've got these sort of patches over the sneaker itself, and I think which is quite cool. But the silhouette itself, like I said, I like it, but I'm not probably a fan of the colourway too much. And then also in fall 2024 we've got Wales Bonner Adidas Adios Neftenga. And this is a sneaker I think what came out in 2008, I believe, and it actually looks quite nice, actually quite sleek. Obviously more in the runner style, but I'm not mad at it. Probably not a colourway that I would sort of gravitate towards, but I do like the look of it. And then we have the Kith Adidas Adizero Adios Pro, which is a bit of a mouthful, but tends to be how Adidas name their trainers. It's just all over the place. But not mad at this trainer, but also not anything special, I guess. And then the same for these Lebron 21 Prime 96. I think it's taking a riff off the Deion Sanders trainer, the DT Max, and it's alright. Not for me. And the one that I'm really a big fan of is the Nike Air Tech Challenge 2 Pixel Court. This particular colourway looks really nice. I'm not sure if it's an OG colourway, to be honest, but I actually really like the look of these. I think they look really, really nice, and if they come out like this, then potentially I might grab these. And the Hot Lava colourway was something that I was trying to grab, but obviously selling for a lot of money now. But maybe if they restock, I'll try and grab those as well. But this is still a really nice colourway as well. And then you've got the New Balance More of What You Need, and this is a collab with them. And they've got a pair of New Balance 550 and also a pair of 9060s. But to tell you the truth, they're playing it safe in all honesty. But it's a nice colourway, but not anything too different. And then also coming up on the 18th of December, there seems to be quite a few Air Jordan 12s releasing, and maybe this is a 2025, but I'll put 2024 for now because that's when it's coming out. And another average Jordan 12 really, not anything special, and again not probably something that I would grab. I just think the blue is a bit too bright for this particular silhouette. And then also we have the Nike Air Force 1 Low Kobe Bryant. This is the alternate black colorway, which is a reverse of the white colorway that's coming out quite soon. And again, this is a nice looking sneaker. Not something that I would obviously grab personally, but I could see this maybe being quite sort of popular actually, and even potentially reselling for quite a lot. And then the clot are continuing with Adidas with a new Superstar, and it's got like a mesh overlay on the sides of the sneakers. And I'm not mad at them, but again, not something that I would grab. And they seem to be following that shoe aesthetic. And then also we've got the Nike MX Sunder in Gore-Tex Hyper Crimson. This I mentioned last week, but we've got sort of better pictures now, so I just thought I'd highlight them. I do like the pair actually, and obviously being Gore-Tex makes it even better, so which means it's going to be sort of waterproof and good for the bad weather. And I also like the fact that it's got a black outsole, midsole in this occasion, because of the fact that if you're using it for rough weather, it's pretty much perfect for that. And also what's releasing in the holiday 2024 is the Nike MX Sunder Blue Ice. And again, not mad at this colourway either. I think it looks really nice, but obviously trying to sort of have maybe like one or two pairs, and that's about it for this one. And then you also got the Nike MX Sunder Night Maroon, and again the colourways seem to work really well in my opinion for the MX Sunder silhouette itself. And I think so far whatever colourway they put on there, they've all been pretty much bang on, and I don't think there's a bad one out there at the moment, which is good. And then part of the Air Jordan Rare Air pack, this is the high OG version, and for me it's like a nice sneaker, and I'm just not a fan of, I suppose I'd rather have a Union collab, because this is kind of what's somewhat sort of taking a Union collab type vibe, but not calling it a Union. So the Midnight Navy pair that's come out recently, I'd rather have a pair of those than these. But I'm not mad at these. I think they're still nice, but just not something that I would grab. Obviously, when it comes nearer the time, I'd like to see it more pictures and maybe in hand to see what to make of it. But at the moment, I'm kind of more veering towards trying to grab a pair on sale, for the Midnight Navy high OGs. And then you got the Air Jordan 3 Rare Air. And this is, I think, not bad actually. It's got kind of the reverse heel for the Nike Air, so the text is reversed on one of the side of the sneakers, which I think is on the right side, which I'm not a fan of. But this particular one out of the Rare Air pack, I'm not mad at. I think this one actually looks probably the nicest in my opinion, the Jordan 3. But we also have the Jordan 4 Rare Air. But for me, this is one of those ones where to me it's just very average. I don't know, there's something going on with like colour blocking, with the lace loops being different colour, and it's got kind of blue and the sail. It just seems a bit odd, just a bit of an odd sneaker, almost a what the type sneaker. And another one that's releasing in the summer of 2025 that's been announced recently is the Air Max Uptempo 95. In all honesty, I didn't even know about this silhouette, but again, very average for me. I'm just not really too much of a fan of these. And it's got Lakers colorway. It doesn't look too bad, but I think the original Uptempos look nicer anyway. And here we have the Air Jordan Flight Court, and this is a collab with Who Decides War. And I mentioned these last week, but I wanted to mention them again because we've just seen a new sort of sail, almost sort of tan coloured version as well. And from what's been rumoured, the price is going to be around the £100, $150 mark. So in that instance, they're going to be quite sort of low price. And as I mentioned before, they look like a Jordan 5. And I'm not mad at these. I think they actually look really nice, both pairs, especially with it being this collab. I like the little hits of embroidery. And like I said, I think it's actually a nice looking sneaker, and all for, I suppose, Jordan trying to do something new, I guess, as well. And I like the little flight logo on the side as well. And then we have the Air Max Plus Drift Phantom. And this silhouette, I'm not too much of a fan of. I think it's okay. Obviously, it's a riff on the Air Max TN or the Air Max Plus, but it's one of those ones where I don't know why it exists, but the colorway itself isn't bad. I don't mind the colorway itself. And then we have the Adidas Samba lace flower. Again, this has got like a mesh layer going around the sneaker instead of a leather, and more sort of feminine looking, so not my cup of tea. And to be confirmed as well is the Bricks and Wood New Balance 1906U. And to me, this sneaker just looks okay. I think from what I saw pictures online, I think it's taken influence from a certain butterfly with the same kind of colour scheming, but just not a fan of them in general. I think for me, it's just just not doing it. And we also have from Anta and Kyrie, we've got a skate shoe, and I actually think these look nice. They're quite sort of simple, quite sort of plain, but also got that Anta sort of touch. The logo on the back looks a bit strange because it looks similar to the Nocta logo. And then also Kith and New Balance really revealed the 990 V4 that's coming out soon, and it's got this kind of almost sort of dark tan colorway, which I'm not mad at, and I do really like the 990 V4s. And also we have the Adidas Handball Spezial. This is the Grandma's Couch pack, and it's got sort of embroidery on the side of the sneaker, and I guess it's using some sort of textile material similar to maybe, like a sofa or a settee. And so, it's not mad at it, but also it's not really doing it for me. And then something that I couldn't get sort of two good pictures of is the Atmos collab coming up soon with Salomon, and it's the XT6 Concrete Jungle. And I actually really like this particular model. I think the XT6 is really nice, especially if you're wearing it in sort of cold climates and harsh weather, and even for things like hiking, they just work really well because it's like a trainer shoe, so you get the best of both worlds in my opinion. And this colorway I'm actually a big fan of. And then we have the Adidas AE1 Low Christmas. So this is to be confirmed as well, and it's not too many pictures of this, but it's a nice looking sneaker, and definitely one to sort of look out for. And same with the Nike Air Max 2013 metallic cool grey. I actually kind of like the look of these. I think they're really cool. It looks like they're trying to dress it up for the Y2K trend, but at the same time, it's got something cool looking about it. And I really find the Air Max 2013s comfortable. And Jordan Charles basically debuted this particular silhouette, which is I think called the Nike Air Max Muse. Sorry about the really blurred pictures, but you couldn't really get a good quality one in all honesty. But this looks similar to the Air Max Portal, and I think it might be that pair actually, and just sort of done differently. And then we also have cancellations. So the Air Jordan 5 Black Cat has been cancelled, and I'm sure a lot of people are kind of disappointed in that. But it's supposed to have come out next year, but I think now the Air Jordan 4 has taken its place. And then also a cancelled one is the Travis Scott Jordan 1 Low Pale Vanilla. So again, I actually thought this sneaker looks really nice, but it's been cancelled. So one of those ones where I suppose it may come back later on in life, but at the moment it looks like it's not happening.